Spam27 here, bringing you Toriko chapter 243, Rampaging Beast Jiro. Right after watching Naruto Shippuden 322, which by the way was a really good episode. I mean, seeing Madara's skills and abilities, how it was animated, plus the freaking meteor, that was freaking awesome, and also the ending. Why couldn't Madara be like this in the manga right now? I miss this Madara. But, you know, just after watching the anime, I learned that the Toriko chapter came out. Actually, ever since yesterday, a lot of people were like saying, "Oh my god, Toriko's getting awesome." I was waiting for it to be translated, and finally it has. And after reading it, holy shit balls! I'm just gonna come out and say this. I freaking love Knocking Master Jirou. He is awesome. Let's just get started with the chapter review. Okay, so the chapter begins with Knocking Master Jirou actually blowing off the Nitro's head. One thing I have to point out, on last week's chapter there was a page missing, and in the raw version you see Jirou flicking the Nitro's head. I don't know why they skipped that, but you know. But then again, in this chapter they're saying that he poked the head. I wasn't really sure myself. But anyway, yeah, he blew off the Nitro's head off. And we get to see, like, Knocking Master Jirou's appearance. I gotta admit, there's actually some things I don't understand. I mean, he looks different than he did, like, before you seen him. I mean, you know, back when he was, like, the little old man, I actually understood, like, how he changed because of his knocking. But here he looks a little younger, honestly. Not as young as the last appearance he made with, when he got Toriko out of Gourmet World. Which, by the way, his hair was darker. I didn't actually get that. I mean, how did he look younger? Was it his knocking, or did it have something to do with the piercings on his face? Which, by the way, he has now. So, yeah, just throwing that out there. Now, we see Terry, and she's going to leave out of the cooking stadium. I'm probably going to assume she's going to where Toriko and Komatsu are. We see, actually, Jiro and Setsuno actually interacting. Honestly, I think this is like the first time we've seen them interact with each other in the manga. I mean, in the anime, they did interact with each other, just, I think those were filler or something. I don't know, I haven't actually really caught up with the anime. Anyway, Jiro said to Setsuno, "Sorry it took me so long, Setchan." But I did like seeing Setsuno and Jiro interacting with each other. I mean, it was said that they were kind of a couple, but I don't know, we never actually saw them together. Jiro notices the binding tree has been locked onto his legs, and he sees Teppei, and then you see this oh my god. Yeah, he sees Teppei and he's like, "What the hell are you doing, Teppei?" And then he just yells so loud and managed to, like, reach to Teppei. I don't know if that managed to knock him out of the brainwashing cut that Joa did, but it managed to reach him. It was very loud. Branch, even himself, he was really surprised by this. Then we see Joe again, and then according to him, the Nitro, even with his head blown off, it could still continue fighting and rampaging for several months. Okay, first of all, what? Second of all, how? And third of all, what? But it turns out that Knocking Master Jirou actually not only blew off the Nitro's head, even with that much destructive power, he managed to use knocking on it, disabling the Nitro's movements. Okay, I still get, how the hell does a Nitro move without its head? I mean, is it like a cockroach? When you, like, cut off a cockroach's head, it can still move? But how does that even last for several months? Do their heads grow back? Nitros are confusing, but interesting. Then we get to learn more about Jiro's backstory and Acacia's, or sorry, Acacia, I think that's how you say it. Also, we get to see Acacia's full face for the very first time. Just pointing it out there. So, according to Joa, Acacia was really apprehensive with Knocking Master Jirou's intense power and, of course, his personality. So he managed to seal a part of that strength and planted technique into him. So, question. Was it the entire time we were introduced to Knocking Master Jirou, he was only fighting without his full strength? He wasn't fighting at full strength at all? Because from what we've seen in this chapter, if it wasn't at full strength, then holy shit balls. So before he was a disciple of Acacia, By the way, how freaking old are Midori, Chiryu, and Jiro? I mean, how old are they? They gotta be like over 200 or no, wait. War 500 years ago. God appeared. You gotta be over 500 or less than 500, depending on give or take a few years. I don't know. Like they're really old. How do they survive that many years? Damn it! I keep getting off topic. Anyway, before he was Akasia's disciple, Nakimaster Jiro was called Rampaging Beast Jiro. So I guess in a way he was kind of like Mansan before he was introduced to Chiri. Then Joa told Jiro, "Would you like to fight one of our members?" And then Jiro, he says, "Are you an idiot?" And then he balls off his fist, punches the ground, and uses a technique called grand knocking. All of a sudden, there was this massive vibration, and then all of a sudden you see the earth. At first I was confused, but then the more I read into this chapter, the more my jaw dropped of how freaking awesome Knocking Master Jiro is. I'm trying not to fangirl so much. And then in the next page you see all the members, not just Neo or Bishokukai, but also his allies. He says, "You're noisy, so all you stop." I had like no idea what he just did. All I know is that he punched the ground, massive vibration, and all of a sudden everybody was like stopped moving, like they're all turned into statues or something. Apparently, that grand knocking he did, he managed to disable everyone's movements in the island. But it's not just the island. He'd probably have stopped the entire world. That was why they showed that picture of the Earth. Knocking Master Jiro may have used knocking on the entire planet. Holy shitballs. All of a sudden, tidal waves and tornadoes popped out of nowhere, and I'm like, what the hell just happened? Why are there tornadoes and tidal waves? I was confused at first, but then according to Joa, apparently there's more to this grand knocking. Not only can Knocking Master Jiro use grand knocking to knock everybody on the island, in fact, probably everybody in the planet, but also to stop the Earth's rotation. How freaking strong is this guy? He stopped the rotation of the Earth. Oh my freaking God. Jiro actually manages to like slice off the hood, and we get to see Joa's face. I will say this. Joa is not a man. Joa is a she. But she's not any she. She is froze. I freaking called it. I freaking called it. I didn't think it would be possible, but yeah. Joa is froze, the god of chefs. No wonder she said that the knife Cinderella belonged to her. But then again, we probably don't know if that really is Froze, but that is actually where the chapter ends. Froze is Joa. Yeah. So yeah, that is where the chapter ends. What did I think about this chapter? Toriko chapter 243. I really love this chapter. It was... I'm trying not to fangirl so much, but how can I not? Especially with Knocking Master Jiro, what he did. He can use knocking on the entire planet. He can stop the planet's rotation. Or nearly stopped it. I guess that's probably why there were so many tornadoes and tsunamis. Okay, I don't kind of get that, but okay. As I said this before, I said it again. I freaking love Knocking Master Jiro. He is awesome. The thing is, I mean, learning that he actually was a kind of like a punk similar to like a Mansan, I thought that was kind of interesting, but kind of baffles me like how strong is he really? Because I mean, a portion of his strength was sealed by Acacia. I mean, can he like unseal it? And did he really need that strength this whole time? I mean, does this mean that he wasn't fighting at full strength the entire time? It was so many questions in my head. But then, not only that, but the cliffhanger at the end. Joa is froze. It was like one of my guesses. I didn't think it would be right, but I was right and I freaking called it. But then again, it could be too early to tell. I mean, this is Fro's face. I mean, we see her face, and it looks really different. I mean, first of all, her eyes are different. They look like snake eyes, honestly. She's got lines all over her face. I mean, for all we know, this could be another disguise. But then again, it could really be Froze. But then again, how in the hell does a person that is over 500, no, who's lived over centuries, like Acacia, probably the same age as Acacia, is able to live this long, is able to like appear right now. I mean, but then again, is Acacia alive now? So like what is, if Froze is alive, does this mean that Acacia's gonna be alive too? No wait, actually Acacia's probably dead, which I guess it probably explain like why they don't have a temple with Froze, because she was alive this whole time. But then again, what the hell happened to Froze? What happened to her? What made her become the leader of Neo? I mean, I want to learn her backstory at the moment. Hell, I want to learn backstories of Knocking Master Jiro and Acacia and everybody else, honestly. But there's so many questions going on in my head. This chapter, granted, it was a quick read, but there was some great action. Well, whatever action there was. There wasn't a lot of action, but there was some at the moment. Froze she's Joa, and okay, so she was the Joa that got disqualified from the cooking fest 200 years ago. I mean, what made her change? I mean, she was Acacia's partner in their combo. I mean, so many questions are going in my head, and I want to know like what is going on. I have never been this hyped over Toriko ever since the Star June Toriko bloody beatdown chapter. Yeah, probably that long. All I know is that I cannot freaking wait for next week's chapter. Hopefully some questions will be answered. I don't know if this is really Froze or not, but if it is, then I freaking called it. I'm pretty happy, especially from yesterday. So yeah, that is Toriko chapter 243. Tell me guys what you think about this chapter. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you freaking hyped for next week's chapter? I know I am. Are you? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also check out my Facebook page and Google Plus. Like the video if you like it, and subscribe for more videos. That is basically all I gotta say. And for yesterday, yeah, I know I was a bit stressed out, but thank you guys so much for all your support. I really appreciate it. Also to the subscriber that, you know, that unsubscribed to me, he sent me a message and I forgive him. You know, even if you still unsubscribe, you can still check out my videos if you like. I'm just saying, I mean, but I am not going to take down the video because I know what I did was not a spoiler, okay? Because I don't think I did anything wrong, and I'm not going to change it. So if you don't want to, like, if you just want to skip to my reaction video, just skip the beginning part until you get to, like, the top portion of where the anime is showing. Then you can continue watching it, okay? Because I know I did not spoil anything. I just guessed something that, I mean, how could I have spoiled something that I don't even know is true or not? So, thank you guys so much for the support, and that is it for my Toriko chapter 243 review. I'm Miss Brown 27, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.